Hello guys, so I want to share my opinion about this Insignia mini fridge. This is going to be the 4.4 cubic feet, and this is going to be my third one that I have bought. The first one was the galanz, and I had an issue with that, and I had to return it, but I have a video review. I'm going to put the link in the description. Then I bought a magic chef, and I also had some issue with that. So I have two videos, one of my first impressions, then a second one of the issue that I encountered after 2 months. So basically what happened was that I noticed that the food was getting damaged so quick in about 8 days, and also the freezer was building so much ice. So I don't need actually a freezer, and that's why I decided to go with this one that it just does not have any freezer, but you can still freeze things with this, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So what I can tell you so far with this one is that I'm really happy with it. And as for the noise level, if that's something that is a concern for you, I can tell you that this is the quietest of all three. Um, so um, as for the functionality, um, one of the tests that I do is that I leave the mini fridge working the whole night, and then the following day I checked the time that it stays on, and what I noticed is that this one on the medium setting stay working for about 14 minutes, and then it stay off for about 32 minutes, and the temperature inside was around 35 degrees, and the water was around 40 degrees. Then I did again another test in the max setting, and I left it working overnight, and then the following day I checked that it stayed working for about 23 minutes, and then it stayed off for about 43 minutes. So it's about 10 minutes more than the median. So these numbers are going to vary depending on where you live, how often you open the door. So this tests were done just with the door staying closed and not opening often. So the temperature inside in the max setting was around 32 degrees, and the water was around 37 degrees. So I can tell you that so far it's doing a great job cooling things. And now just for you to know the more details about it, something that I noticed is that they mentioned that the door is like a glass door. So one of my concerns would be that if it get hits, something hits it, right, it can break or something. But I do notice there is like a layer here, an extra layer. So that might be the glass that they're referring to. Also I bought a movable stand here, because there is another feature that um, this mini fridge has, that you will need you will need to check behind it, and I will explain that a little bit more. So if we see the inside here, um, so this is going to be the 4.4 cubic feet without the freezer. So as you can see, you have more space here. Something that I don't like too much is going to be like this retainers here. So if you have something small here to place, let me move the camera a little bit. So if you have something here, they can fall, so you don't have this support. It would be nice that they could have a nice support like this, to be able to place small things here on the side. Something that I notice here is that I'm able to place some bottled waters here where the cans would go. That's something that I couldn't do with the Magic Chef. I couldn't close the door. So something that I wish they could have done here is to provide an extra shelf. So they only give you three, and this is the 4.4, and also you don't have the freezer, so you should, it would be nice to have an extra one. Also have more options here to put the rack here, so maybe have another one about here, so that would allow you to have more space. But I mean, it still works for me. So these are going to be glass glass shelves. I'm not a big fan of these. I kind of feel like they're, I'm a little bit afraid of putting too much weight on them. But this one do feel like a little bit really resistant. uh, so here you have the bottom shelf. Something that right I can tell you here. So the way that the ones with the freezer work is that the freezer is the one actually cooling the whole mini fridge, right? So with this one, what they do is that the panel that is up here on the ones with the freezer is actually is going to be the wall right here on the back. So that's going to be the panel that is going to be cooling this thing. So all this panel here, let me just get it a little bit closer here. So this wall right here on the back, and as you can see, there's some ice already there, and that's because of the humidity. So in my case here, I actually have a lot of humidity, and that's why this mini fridges create a lot of ice. But this ice doesn't stay here much for a long time. Sometimes it just melts, and what happens here is that I have, now I need to actually move this right here. So there is right here at the bottom, there is a little drain that over there, as you can see right here. So there is a drain there where some of the water goes down once it starts melting, and on the back there's going to be like a bucket where that water is right accumulated, but the bucket is going to be above the compressor, and the compressor, what it does is that it's able to evaporate some of that water, so it's not going to fill completely. So that's the reason I bought the stand here, because I'm going to have to move the mini fridge quite often to be able to check to make sure that that bucket on the back is not completely full of water. So so that water, as you can see, it's able to freeze it, but right now, for example, it's going to probably start melting some of them because the door is open, and also even if it's when it stops working, so the temperature starts to increase, and that's where it also melts a little bit. So I mentioned to you that you're able to freeze things here, and you actually can. So if you see here, I have this bottled water, and as you can see, it's it has some water, but it's actually frozen. So the way I find out is that I place these right, these eggs, and I put them in this position like this, and what I noticed is that the following day when I was going to cook one of them, it was just completely frozen. So what happened is that anything that is against the wall right there is going to freeze. So as you can see, this one has some ice. So if you want something like, it's not going to completely freeze it, but it does, you know, it does freeze it a little bit. So it's not going to be like a freezer, but if you need something to be cooler, you can place it right next to it, and it's going to provide you much more. It's going to lower the temperature even more of the item. So as you can see, some of the water is already melting over there. It doesn't stay frozen too much because since it's not a freezer, it just melts it, freezes it for a little bit. But what I can tell you is that so far I am happy with this mini fridge. Something else that I could tell you here, if let me actually adjust this here just to make sure that I can show you something. All right, let me adjust this here. So something I want to show you here is just this side, this right here. So if you want to put like a juice or something, so you probably, this measures around 10 point something, 10.5. So so that's the space that you're going to have if you increase this shelf here. You put this shelf up here, so you should be able to place like a orange juice, a gallon of orange juice and milk. Something else that I was going to mention here is that what happened with the Magic Chef one is that I noticed that only the food that was down here was getting spoiled, and I think that what probably might be the case is that probably is the compressor. That is, since the compressor is going to be back here, probably is just radiating heat, and that's probably affecting anything that is close to the compressor. So but this one, what I noticed is that it has a lot of protection around the compressor. So far everything is good. So I had an avocado here, and you know, the avocados, they are really hard when they're fresh, and when they are spoiling they get softer. So I placed it here, and actually it stayed here for about 3 days, and when I was going to eat it, it was still hard and fresh. So you know, so far it's doing a good job. If I have an update, I will let you know, and you know, if there's something I dislike, I will let you know. But I really like that it's really quiet. It's working great so far, and yeah. So if you have any comments, let me know in the comment section. If you found this video helpful, your likes will be appreciated, and consider subscribing for any future videos. Thank you for watching.